Hello guys, good morning. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about something that I get a lot of questions on, and it's whether or not a prepaid legal service, prepaid legal, is worth it or not worth it. Okay? So what I'll do is I'll go over some points about the prepaid legal services, and I'll tell you, this is something I've had. I've had a prepaid legal service for about 15, maybe 20 years now. I've had it, okay, and I think we started out, our contract started out about $16 per month. I think we pay about $18 per month now. My wife and I, for each one of us, we have a plan, and so it costs us roughly about $500 a year, on average. I guess it does. Okay, so now here are the points with the prepaid legal service. Now, first off, you let me give you a scenario, okay? Because I think this will bring it home better than anything else. If you Google, you can find prepaid legal services. The two large ones, Legal Shield and something else. But here's my point, and the reason, and I'll give you my thumbs up or thumbs down on it, and the fact that I've had it probably give you an idea of what I think about it. Okay, so here's the scenario I had. Now, I had an AC person come in, the company come in, and I had a problem with my air conditioning system, okay? And it was just basically, I don't know if I didn't even have a problem. I just wanted a routine maintenance for my AC, okay? So I had the technician come in, he's a young guy. He comes in, he goes, my AC is in my attic, and of course the condenser is outside. I may have those terms incorrect, but the outside unit and the in the house unit and the attic unit. Okay, so he goes out and he inspects, and he works on my thermostat. Okay, I think he turns my thermostat off or whatever he does. But when he goes outside to the unit, I hear this pop. Okay, and the unit is now smoking inside my thermostat. It's smoking. Okay, so now there was nothing wrong with this. My AC unit was running perfectly. I just wanted a routine annual check. Okay, so when he left an AC unit not working, thermostat gone. Okay, now I called the company and I said, okay, now the gentleman came by, routine visit. He went into the attic, he did something up there, he did something outside, and now my AC doesn't work and my thermostat is gone. Okay? And, they said, okay, we're going to send somebody out to take a look at it. Okay? And I said, no, I don't know. I've got somebody else to look at it, and I want them to come out and fix it. Okay? The company that installed it, I didn't call them initially. I probably should have, but they came out and they corrected. They gave me a new thermostat, and he said the gentleman put something in the attic backwards or something like that. So a fuse or something he did. It was incorrect. He ruined the unit, but it cost me $900. Okay. So after I had the unit repaired, I had them come out to inspect the broken thermostat and just to kind of look around. Okay, so the guys came out from the company that actually damaged the unit. And ultimately, the guy, while he's here, he tells me, well, we would have fixed it for you, but since you called someone else, we're no longer responsible. So pretty much, tough luck. You paid $1,100 to somebody else to come out and fix it. You should have given us the first right to come in. So tough luck. no dice. You just lose the money. Okay? Now that's the way it was. And that's kind of the way it goes. If you feel like you've been wronged or you've been wronged and you know that it's not your fault and it's the company's fault, they're usually going to just blow you off. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's not good business, but they're going to blow you off. Okay, so what do? Okay, here's what I did. I sent the new bill to my prepaid legal plan. Okay? My prepaid legal plan asked me the scenario, what happened. I explained everything to them, just as I just said to you. They sent a letter to the company's legal department. Okay? Now, the legal department responds differently than the company of the rank and file that actually manage and the company. Okay? So, my prepaid legal plan, my $16, $18 a month legal plan, sent a letter on their letterhead as my representatives. Okay? And within 1 week, if that long, 1 week, I get a letter back from their legal department and the company stating that, okay, we will pay for what you paid to the other company to fix. Just tell us the bill or whatever it's supposed to be, and we'll send you a check for it. Within 3 to 5 days, I think I received the check. Okay, so think about that. Now think about if you have 3 or 4 of those incidents when you buy something online, you buy something in a store, you have a problem with a neighbor, you have a car accident. I mean, I had an incident where I had a traffic ticket, okay? I didn't have to go to court. I send the traffic ticket over to my prepaid legal plan. They handle everything. I had to pay, of course, because it was a legitimate offense, okay? I had to pay, I think, like $75, but didn't have to go to court, didn't have to do anything. I just simply sent my information, the ticket, over to Prepaid Legal, and they took care of everything else, okay? You have, I mean, think about it. If someone sues you, okay, they come to your house and they fall and they sue you, what do? I mean, what do you do at that point? Because, my legal plan, I can tell you the legal plan I have, and what they represent is they'll represent me in court. Okay, so if I'm sued, I show up for court, which is if you're sued and you have to show up for court. You have to show up, and my legal plan, since I have a certain amount of hours, I think I have now about 300 hours, that my legal plan will show up to 18 hours in court with me to assist me, just to sit there and show that you're not alone in this, okay? Because sometimes if you can get bullied if they feel like you're alone, okay? So and you guys are gonna look at this, and some of you have looked at this and have decided that legal plan is not really necessary. And with technology today, you have several places you can go. Google. It's all about all of it is where you can actually handle things yourself. And I've had a number of legal cases where because I'm in business, I have a business, and I have a number of legal cases that I've handled on my own in small claims court. May cost you $100, $150, $150 to file a claim. Some of them are done solely online, depending on the jurisdiction, and you can handle it on your own. But I'll tell you from my experience, it feels good to know that I have someone, or I have a legal firm that, I mean, think about it, today, very litigious, and things happen. But here's the thing. I'm in the post office yesterday, okay, and there's a gentleman that's disgruntled about whatever he's disgruntled about. Something the post office did or didn't do or whatever. And this gentleman was in the post office and he's being very irate about seeing the manager. And you see this from time to time in stores where you feel like you've been wronged, a service, whatever. And he's encouraging them to call the police. Call the police. He's very irate, very aggressive. And that's not the way you handle things. I would have, if I feel like I've been wronged by a public entity, a private entity, a service, anything like that, I don't get irate and disgruntled. I don't have to do that. I don't have to have the police come and handle a civil matter, because that's all it is. It's a civil matter. So in civil matters, you handle civil matters civilly, okay? And they'll tell you that. So this is how you do that. This is how you handle civil matters civilly, okay? If you have any type of civil issue and you need a voice or you need to have someone advocate on your behalf, a prepaid legal plan will do that. Now, is it worth $300-400 annually? Okay, is it worth that? Is it worth $20 per month to have a prepaid legal plan to go over the scenarios that I've mentioned to you? Now, again, I've been saved, and there's been over the years, there's been numbers. I mentioned just recent incidents, but over the years, I've had several civil issues, neighbor related, business related, that I could handle personally, product related, service related, that all I needed was a letterhead, law firm that handles prepaid legal plans. And this is not some fly by night lawyer that just started, whatever. These are major firms that represent you. These prepaid legal plans, and I had, because they'll tell you in their presentation, they'll tell you, the prepaid legal plan they'll pay $75,000 to $100,000 annually to these law firms just to represent you. So it's not fly by night. These are major firms. So when a lot of these companies or services or even public entities get a letter from these major firms, they have no idea that it's just a simple, inexpensive prepaid legal plan. They just know that they're getting a letter from a major firm threatening action against them. So a lot of times it's like, is it more expensive for us to fight and go up against this law firm that this person has retained, or just to go ahead and pay the claim if we feel it's legitimate? Now, and sometimes it's not legitimate, but it's a matter of degree, what they think is more feasible, to go ahead and pay that claim or settle it or something, or even to go to court, to, which one. So is it worth it to have, and I get back to that, is it worth it to have a prepaid legal plan for most people? I would say if you own a home, if you own a car, if you buy a service, if you interact with your neighbors, or you have you partake of different services that, if you can think of in your life, there's been times that you felt like I had a service provided to me and I paid for it and I did not get the service that I was told I would get, that I paid for, and I went back to the business owner and explained to them that I did not receive the services, and they said, tough luck. What do? Get angry, yell, scream, call the police, try to deal with a civil matter that way, right? And most of us have. You get where I'm going. That's what we've done, right? A prepaid legal plan, and for the people that have individual law firms on retainer, this is probably not for you, because you're paying a lot more money. But this is probably not for you. These are for the people like us. I can't afford to pay a law firm a retainer to keep them, nor is it even worth it. I don't have those types of issues. But for the medium to small issues, I have had, and I have utilized my plan, and it has saved me thousands of dollars over the years. It has. So, and then on top of that, you should consider a will. If you have any assets, you should, and there's several reasons. Google it. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but there's several reasons you should have a will. There are let's see here. There are several reasons you should have a will. You should update your will. You should, if you have contracts, if you have any types of agreements that you're signing, that you're unsure about, I can send up to, I think, 10 pages, maybe more. I have to look at my plan. I can send 10 pages of any contract to my legal firm in Georgia to review for me. Okay? And that's a part of my plan. So I'm unsure. There's some wording in it that I'm not sure about. I scan it, upload it, send it to my legal plan, and they review it for me. They give me the points I should look out for and different. And, so for those types of things, that's why I would, thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up for me. Absolutely thumbs up for me. I do have, and I have had over the last 15 to 20 years, I have had a prepaid legal plan. So if you're asking this gentleman's advice, or you're looking for my advice, and I would advise you to go and Google. There's NOLO, there's all types, there's legal aid, there's all types of things on Google that, today technology, awesome, and I emphasize that in most of my videos. Use it. Google, is it worth it to have a prepaid legal plan, and go over some of the points that they make. I'm giving you the points that personally, for me, I would think for $20 a month, I don't even miss it. It's something that's drafted, and I don't miss it. But here's the thing. The first thing, if I have an issue, I don't have to get angry. I don't have to do that. I send it over to my prepaid legal plan. Just recently, I had a video about the food poisoning. I sent the particulars over to my prepaid legal plan. And even though their representation is mainly for me, if I'm being sued, they represent me. They don't represent me if I'm suing someone else. Okay, I would have to retain another firm, and I get a 25% discount to initiate legal action. But here's what they did do. They guided me in how to pursue that legal action on my own. Made it a lot easier for me to do that. I had no clue in what direction to go, but they made it clear for me in the direction that I should go. So here's how it works. I call my prepaid legal plan. They send my issue over to my legal law firm that represents Georgia, in my case, that works with my prepaid legal plan. They send it over to my law firm. Okay, my law firm reviews what they sent over to me, and within 24 to 48 hours, I get a call from an attorney. Okay, we go over the facts of the case, and we decide together what course of action. Okay, it's as simple as that. And if it's something that as simple as a letter, they formulate that letter, they send that letter over to me to proof. I look at it, I say, okay, I send a email back to them saying I'm okay with it. They send it out. Simple as that, okay? It's as simple as that. And usually, most of the time, that is all it takes. That's it. Once they get a letter from your law firm, whatever entity it is, once they get that letter, that's all it takes. So is it worth it to have a prepaid legal plan? I ask you again, and I'm stating that for me, thumbs up for a prepaid legal plan. Yes, because I've had it. Yay, yes, I've had it for a long time. I've used it. Saves me thousands of dollars. So in the comments, give me your scenarios or what your opinion would be about it. Or if you have any questions, put that in the comments and I'll answer those questions for you. But until next time, I'll do videos like this just to kind of bring you some of the things that I utilize. This is about me and what I've utilized in my personal experience with these things. I'll share with you. See you guys on the next video. Have a great day. Start a YouTube channel. Thank you.